tour.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Coffee Company here live. Back as we had one day off from having a dual stream, but now we're back to having a dual stream. We're back on Tottenham on tour, the world famous home of Levy out. I'm joined with Mr. Dagul, as always, and we're going to be having one of these transfer window roundups today. But Aki, it's time for you to open the window.
Yeah, it's time to open it up. First of all, good morning to everyone in North America, afternoon back home, and wherever you are in the world, maybe good evening. Big up to everyone in the chat. I will have a monologue shortly. But yes, the Frank therapy session for all the Frankaholics is open for the next hour and a bit. And yeah, it's good to be back. And yeah, I'll go into my monologue and everything after we've done the hellos, as always.
As always, not many of you in here so far. Everyone's slowly drip feeding in. Hopefully we get a few more of you soon. But for so far, we got Callum who's in the house. Good to see you, Callum. We got a near band. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. Andrew Gregory, YouTube member. The #1 Agenbar in the world is here. Brandon Wallace is in the house. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. Come on, you coys. At Marcus. Good to see you, buddy. We have Scott M's in the house, YouTube member. Ian Ferguson's in the house, YouTube member as well. And big up to everyone who's in the house. Big up to all the people that will be joining us. We have Stacey as a member on the Coffee Company for 6 months. Big up to you, Stace. Hopefully you're well. Always good to see you. And thank you so much to everyone that has become a member. Scott, Kudos is in the house. Good to see you, Kudos. Sammy Mehmet's in the house. People are now flooding in. Tavakroc, one. Stu Boy 727. Manna the Cool. Good to see you. Malware.
Big up, Malware, brother. Big up.
Hands in the house. Same peace from Malaysia. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wherever you are. Good evening to you from Malaysia. We have Shemtangs in the house. YouTube member. Afternoon, Mr. Ben Giovanni and Mr. Gadagalicious. Hope you're both well. Mr. Dagul has recovered from his epic transfer window stream. It certainly was epic. Archers in the house. Good to see you. Tyler, shalom. Shalom. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. Kolo Muani for the win. Paul G's in the house. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. Paul, hopefully you're well. And we're going to call it quits there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I have to say, well done with your shorthand slang, because when Mama the Kiwi put Kola Mwani FTW, I was like, what does FTW? And then you said for the win.
For the win.
So well done with your short slang. I know there's just like I need to say on behalf of Tottenham on Tour, me and Ben and everyone that is associated, this monologue isn't about Daniel Levy. It isn't about the transfer window, which we discuss. I want to thank, if people watch this on playback, every single one of you for supporting the channel as you have since we've come back and been more consistent. We were struggling to get to 10,000. We're now on over 11,000. The late night Lily White streams that are either 3 hours or 15 hours have been incredible. And a lot of people are in here that are on both. We have just had humongous growth. The views have gone up, the likes have gone up, the money coming into the channel, which is always a bonus, which isn't the main thing. We do this to build a community, but it's not going to lie, it's our jobs at the moment, or my full-time job, so to speak, and Ben's side hustle.
It helps build a small business. It's the Coffee Company.
Exactly. It has been, I can't begin to describe the amount of love we have received and how much fun we have had doing this. This is just the start of what we're going to be doing. And Late Night Lily White will be back tonight. God knows what we'll talk about, but that's the beauty of Late Night Lily White. But there have been people from different countries, different continents, different times, different places. You've got people in here that are awake for both, however they managed to do that, which is wonderful to see. So many new faces that have come either from seeing me or you on various channels or whatever it may be. And then literally doing what we do now and just seeing so many new faces and regulars. It's just been incredible We love what we're doing. We love how great you guys are in the chat and how wonderful you are within each other and towards us. It's just a massive, huge thank you to each and every one of you for the incredible support to the channel. And we're just getting started, aren't we, Ben? We are just getting started.
Indeed we are. It's still funny. People still know this channel as the Brian Dagul channel. No one knows I actually part of the channel, even though I've been part of this channel for 4 years now. No one knows who I am, despite the fact that I've been almost with Ireland has been very busy. Ireland was our creative director before, and I was much more just a presenter or just a bloke on the channel. But I've taken, whilst Ireland is incredibly busy and whilst Roadman has loads of stuff to do, I've taken up the role as the creative guy, making all the thumbnails, making sure this stream looks really crisp. But we've worked incredibly hard, really, into. It's very difficult to run a small YouTube channel as well as managing life, managing a home as well, because I'm going to be over the next month I'm going to be managing my home because my mum is having an operation on Friday, so I'll have to not only run my house because my dad and no one realizes some of the I've got to run my house, I've got to run this business, I've got to run the coffee company, I've got to run the YouTube channel. Life is so difficult, and we just want to make this place, we want to make this community the best community we can. And it was great for the two Marks to give us a massive big up this morning on their show. But we run this like a tyrant, because we want this channel to be as welcoming and as inclusive as physically possible. And unfortunately, there are people in the world that don't want us to have a good time. They come into the show. We had it at the end of the show. We had someone come in and start to try and ruin everyone's vibes. And we just want this place to be really good. So whoever you are, you can come into the community and have a smile, and we can have a chat about football or movies or music or stupid sandwiches or this, or we talk about everything here. And as I say with the coffee company, no one knows who's going to come through that door. You don't know if Vinny, the gooner's going to come in here and I'm going to take the piss out of Vinny, or you don't know if it's going to be anyone. No one knows who's going to turn up at the coffee company. No one knows who's going to turn up on Tottenham on tour. And what we want is we want to make this place really, really comfortable for everyone. So no matter what football club you can support Arsenal, you can support Chelsea, you can support Liverpool, you can support Newcastle or Leeds or Everton. There's so many football clubs. Aston Villa, we have so many great people that come here from every fan base, and we want them to be welcome here. This isn't just a Tottenham Hotspur fan channel. This is a fan channel for everyone. Yes, the main focus of this channel is Tottenham Hotspur because both Brian and I are born and bred Tottenham fans. We're born and bred Tottenham fans. So we're going to talk about Tottenham. We can talk about anything here. So we just want to make a really good place where everyone is welcome. And it's very difficult to do that when it's very difficult to run a small business. And a YouTube channel is a small business. A YouTube channel is a small business now. It's got to pay tax. It's got to do this. Brian and I have meetings sometimes. Most of the times those meetings last 50 seconds and we start talking about salt beef sandwiches. Big up salt beef sandwiches. Every small YouTube channel is a business, and they need to run like businesses. We have to, and it's very, very difficult. So thank you to everyone for giving us the love and support.
Just quickly
we're desperately trying to get this man to come on the channel.
Thank you, Malware brother, for gifting someone a membership. Let's just welcome my man from the Scotland Yard is in. Big up to your mum, and hope the operation goes well. Mark is in the house. Big up. Uphill Gamer is always Uphill Gardener. Sorry, and it's Louis brother. Honestly, I'll tell you that the work after I left the stream, I literally went to bed, spoke to Alana for a bit. My wife went to bed. And then after the window closed, I thought, you know what? Let me just give Ben a call, in Ben Daniel, and see what Ben and Sim thought the chat of the. It's absolutely battered. And I actually called them whilst they're live on stream. They go, Dagul, you going to come on? I was like, oh, fucking go on then. So I went on stream with them. Yesterday, buddy, I struggled to get out of bed. It's why I wasn't on Ben's stream with him. Yesterday, I was in and out of sleep all day. And I'm now back. There will be a late night Lily White tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Big up to Tyler Aki. I hope you're good. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Tango, my man, how are you? I saw your Frank slander after Bournemouth. Wasn't impressed from one game, but hey ho, he did. Listen, he got it wrong. So yeah, there's going to be a bit, which I even openly admit. But it's good to see you as always, Tango. Who else has come in? Adis, what's going on with Adis? As Posco, there you go. Let him. If he goes to Germany or Turkey, I wish him well. Paul G, new member. Thank you very much. The Nacho Slayer is in the house. Inner Hype is in the house. We're going to talk about the transfer window very, very shortly. Big up to you, Angus. I hope you're good and well. Who else is here?
Angus.
Alejandro Lopez from Chile. Big up to you, buddy. And yeah, there we are, Ben. There we are. So let's get down to the transfer window. What's your? Should we do this player by player? Should we do it overall and then break it down player by player?
Let's do it overall, and then we will talk about.
No, I didn't. I didn't, and you repeated it many times. But do you know what, Tango? Like I said, I've got a lot of time for you now. You've been fair, and I do understand people gonna go for the manager. It's one game. It's one game, and he will do a lot better. But yeah, I did see it. I was like, oh, Tango. Have to say. But yeah, let's get back to it.
The transfer window is a story of little successes, but as an overall, we've missed the mark. There are some really, really great little victories when it comes to this transfer window. If you had told me before the start of this transfer window that we would sign 4 recognised first-team players, including one who is potentially world-class, and I will say that Xavi Simons is potentially world-class. Every single metric about him, every single metric about his career, big up to you, Malware. Every single metric about Xavi Simons tells you he's going to be one of the best. He's going to be one of the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League in the next few years at 22 years of age. I would rip your hand off and say, brilliant, because that's what we needed. We needed 4 first-team players to come into the squad, and that's what we've got. Yes, I'm a bit miffed that we didn't sign players like Ademola Lookman. I'm a bit annoyed we didn't go for offers for players like Nathan Ake, and I didn't say he's world-class, Angus.
You said potentially.
I said potentially. Use the words. He's one of those. In the words of Sava, I would have ripped your hand off. We got the 4 players we needed, but this needs to be the start. In January, we need a similar window of similar quality. 3 or 4 quality additions to come into this squad and get rid of some of the deadwood. If Bentancur is not going to sign a contract next season, sell him in January and get someone of equal quality in. That's what we've now got to be doing. Recycling players in and out, and getting the squad to be really, really strong. I'm very excited about watching players like Xavi Simons. Those are the players you dream of. Those are the players that you dream of. So what do you think?
Do you know what? There's loads of ways people are looking at this, and I see all versions. There's loads of people that have said, well, if you look at it, we've just strengthened where we've lost players. We haven't really built, which I get. We lost Son, we brought in Kudus. We brought Paulinho in probably because Basuma was off. We went and got Simmons because Maddison was injured, we went and got Mawani because of Solanke. And you can look at it that way. You can look at it that way and say we've been very reactive, not proactive. You can look at it that way. You can also look at it the way that if you said at the end of the season, and you said to any Spurs fan, I'm not going to give you the dates you sign these people, but I guarantee you, like cast iron, that you sign Kudus, Mawani, Simmons, Paulinho, and obviously Dan So and Tell that we knew. If someone had said to me, I guarantee, like by the end of the window, you have these 4 players, I would have said, yeah, okay, you're having a goddamn laugh. There's not a goddamn chance that Daniel Levy and Spurs will bring in 4 players that technically walk into this first team. Walk into it. And you look at it that way, and you got to say, I can't remember a window where we brought in 4 quality players that are quality now, ready to come in. So you look at it that way. Yes, I would have loved the left winger. I would have, if we'd got a left winger. Yes, the left-sided defender or left back was needed as well. But if we'd gone and got a left winger, let's say it had been Lookman, for example, then you would have said, "Oh, big, we got someone in from Denmark in here. Big up to you." You look at it that way, then you go, "My God, that's a bloody good window." So it depends which way you want to look at it. I kind of see it on both. When you look at it up and you say, "Oh, and that, and that, and that," thank you very much indeed. Yeah. Oh, and the most important thing. Thank you, Malware. How could I, of all people, I've let the Frankish tribe down with that. I've let myself down. You look at it and the window is good. Outgoings obviously needs a bit more desire, but we always know that's a problem. But these kind of windows need to be the norm, not the one-off. We need to see in January, if you look at it technically, in January, we should be able to say, right, left winger, left back, or left-sided defender. That's all Spurs need to get. That's all we need to get. Should wait one second. Whether, like you said, unless Benton Corp doesn't sign the contract and off, or injuries, right now you go Spurs January, they should be planning right here, right now, right, left winger, left back, or left centre back that can play left back. That's what we need. Right here, right now, that's everything Spurs should be looking at. And potentially a midfielder should yeah, exactly. This is another reason. This
what I was going to say. I don't think Semenyo is that option. I think the players that Spurs wanted to buy in that left wing position were Savinho was the number 1 target, or it was Rafael Leao, who was £87 million. I think those were the 2 players. So it's good to hear. It's good to hear that Spurs say, unless we get top quality, we don't want to get someone that we're interested in.
Yep.
But not necessary. Yep. So I like that Spurs are saying we want top quality or nothing, because that is good. That is good, because if January, we still need to, let's say in January, City then want to move for a better left winger. Then Savinho is more of a thing.
Yeah, I think
might be more of an option.
Go on, Ben, you finish.
I like that Spurs want top quality now. We do need to have top quality.
We do. And you know what? I think January, we all hear January's a hard window, whatever. Paratici are now obviously going to be officially announced that we know he's back. They've now got till, if things are changing at this football club, which, let's face it, the quality we've brought in is a step in the right direction. Let's see if they plan for January to attack January ready and see where we are in the league, because it looks that way with what we've done. Look, this is the kind of window of players coming in that I've dreamed of, that I've stood outside training grounds for, or club shops, or done whatever. And you, Ben, what we've done. Wait, what's guys? I have a serious problem, and I need answers to. What's that, Lord? Oh, chocolate chips in coffee and walnut cake. Ben,
I am just looking at something quickly. No, there's too much going on. Why do you want walnuts and chocolate chips?
Well, there you go. So there you go. I don't really do coffee cake.
Too much going on there.
I love coffee cake. I love coffee, but I don't really do coffee cake. So there you go. But yeah, getting back to the window, I think we'll see come January. Like Ethan said as well, we've just got to make sure we don't get any big injuries. If we get a big injury to Kudus or whatever it may be, we're in a bit of trouble. This is what we got to see, but this is the kind of window we'd all wanted. We have to. If someone had said this to us at the beginning of the window, we all would have taken it. We all would have taken it without a doubt. We've got it now. It's exactly, Adrian. That's what it could be. That's what it could be. Whether it turns out to be, we'll see. But this, exactly. Jimmy, I'm exactly with you. We'll see what happens January in the summer. If these kind of windows now are the norm, and I don't mean always signing 4 players. I mean, look, like Daniel, just bring that up. One of the big problems we've always had. And we can all agree on this, wherever you stand on anything to do with the football club, is the first 11 looks good, great sometimes, but the quality has always been with the bench. Can people come on to affect the game? Well, you look at it compared to other guys. I mean, obviously you got to add a goalkeeper there, so you put Kinski there. But you look at that now. Destiny Solanke, when he's fit, Benton Kauff, that could be a potential subbench for a game, which is certainly a lot better than it has been. But we've got 2 youth players.
There's forgotten Danso in there as well.
Oh, there you go. I mean, that's the thing.
Because I'm liking, and people obviously are saying, "Well, we really needed a left winger."
We did.
Certainly, but I believe that Spurs at this moment in time should pivot to a more Harry Redknapp. I want our wing backs to bomb forward and get to the byline, which would then allow Xavi Simons to play on that left-hand side and come into that number 10. I want Xavi Simons to play on that left wing and just say, you know what, Xavi, I don't want you to track back. I don't want you to do any hard work. What I want you to do is focus on one thing, and that's causing as much physical damage as possible. And then what that would allow is you'd have 3 midfielders. It's more of a 4-3-3 system rather than Frank's tried and tested 4-2-3-1. You've got Pape Sarr, who's been brilliant so far, apart from that Bournemouth game where everyone was shocking. Everyone was shocking. But what that would allow is you have Paulinho as your sitting midfielder, who then drops into the back 4, which would then allow Van der Ven to cover that left back spot, and it allows Romero to cover that sort of right back spot that Pedro Porro vacates. I want Xavi Simons to play off the left and just say, you've got nothing to do except for I want you to score goals and make goals. That's all you do. I don't believe in this nonsense that number 10s have to work hard. Or I hate the whole thing. Oh, Richarlison's good because he works hard. I don't want my strikers to work hard. The only thing I want my strikers to do is hold the ball up and score goals. That's what they do. It's one of the reasons I'm not the biggest fan of Solanke, although I do like him in some cases. I don't care Solanke works hard. Does he score goals? I like Kolo Muani, and that's why I want Kolo Muani.
That's the answer to this.
I don't want Kolo Muani to be on the left-hand side. I want him to be that athletic bloke that runs in behind, because that will cause nightmares with that pace. With the pace of Kudus and the pace of Kolo Muani, we need those to run teams ragged and using their pace and their power. That's what we need them to do. You're right. Look, you look at these. Yes, I am. Muani. See, this is the thing. Muani and Simmons can play on the left. Both of them can play on the left. But I think Muani's going to start off as striker. I really do. And then games where Richarlison, because we can't keep playing Richarlison all the time. Failure to address needs. Scott, I wouldn't go as far. I know what you're saying. And you know what? It gives me a big. Honestly, I had a long chat with Scott a few days ago. I'm just delighted to see him in the chat. I really, really am. I love this man, and it's always good to see him. I wouldn't say nothing's changed. I would say nothing's changed in the way we're left a little bit short again. But bringing in 4 quality players of the quality we did is a definite change. But I know where you're coming. I know where you're coming from. Phil, I can't, in the whole of Levy's tenure and Enix, I can't remember a better window at all. Nige, if you can get to the coffee shop when I'm back, be great to see you. I know people are going when Bobby K's there, but if you can get down there while I'm there as well, it'll be great. Bentancur, he's still got to do it. Listen, the thing with Bentancur, this contract negotiation has been going on since midway through last season. Yep.
We're not signing. We keep hearing it's closer. definitely, Paul. You for once. This is what we got to remember. Every window, we always say as a fan base, quality over quantity. Always, always, always say it. And as much as we needed a left winger, if Spurs have got it in their head that player X is January bound, and there's been discussions that it's going to be possible in January, will we talk about the way people want to talk about the waste of money of Tell and Odebear? If there is a left winger or player X, it could be someone else, but I think we all know it will be a left winger. Then I'd rather Spurs didn't spend money on Lookman if they thought Savinho, because Savinho, let's not get it wrong, was his number one place. So if that becomes more available in January, if we'd gone and spent the money and got Lookman, regardless if he did well or not, and then Savinho became available, we said we can't do it. It'll be like, well, why can't we do it? We want it, and it'll be because we spent. So I do get that part. If we don't get a left winger in January, then you're like, well, why the hell didn't you get Lookman?
Yep.
In August or during the summer window. Bergvall I think he's going to get more game time now. But before we go there, I just got a super chat in from Absolute 22. No, I am on my second coffee of the day. Yesterday I woke up and Ben even messaged me and said, I think it's about 8 o'clock my time, maybe just before. He goes, so we just on the coffee company today, and I said, Ben, listen, I can't even get out of bed. I was in and out of sleep all day yesterday. It was a chore to get out of bed, brother. But now I'm back, and I've just realised late night Lily White won't be tonight; it'll be tomorrow. I've got something to do with Alana. Tomorrow will be late night Lily White, so they're not going to be 7-hour benders anymore or 15-hour benders. They'll be the normal 3 or 4. Mate, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. But, I mean, come January, late night Lily White.
Brian, I woke up and you got 80 super chats whilst I was asleep. That's like sleeping and making money. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was
work, Brian, work. I'm tired. Work, dance, monkey, dance.
I will still be doing them. Obviously, we won't be able to talk about transfers anymore. It'll be more focused on game time or going on a non-footballing chat, just chilling with the community and having a laugh, which we do love doing. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to see. Like we said, we'll have to keep, like Mauer said, we need to keep our stands in the league in Europe. Exactly. And I think, look, Simmons and Mawani can play at left if need be. Need be. And I think one of them may do. I don't think Mawani may start on the left, but he's not playing left the full time because Richarlison just can't play every single game. I've
got a really funny story about Michael McIntyre, and people are going to find it hilarious because I heard it from my other half yesterday, and we'll talk about this.
Go
on. Everyone knows Michael McIntyre. Your friend Michael McIntyre. Michael McIntyre went to the Bournemouth game and he was really, really busy. So he had to get home to the game early. So he was seen at White Hart Lane Station. And he was in a rush. And he was getting, like he would do. He's a very, very famous man and he's a very funny man. So everyone was mobbing him at the station. But people respected his time that he had to go very, very quickly. So a random bystander, and it wasn't me, it was some random person in the train station said, "Michael, give us a quick joke, mate." To which Michael McIntyre replied one word, "Richarlison!" Screamed it in the middle of the that sums up Richarlison.
Yep.
That sums up Michael McIntyre. That sums up Richarlison's game on Saturday. Richarlison is not good enough to play every single game at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. He's not good enough.
This is a good comment from me. This really is more so where two players have got to miss out in the Champions League. So if more players, I mean, obviously that's a lovely luxury to have, but I get that. I get that comment completely. Okay, this is the first 11. Vic, Porro, Romero, VDV, Spence, Paulinho, Kuda, Simmons, Maddison. I think you need to take Maddison out of there, buddy. You need to take Maddison out there, especially for this season.
I don't think we'll see Maddison ever again, personally. unless he can come back quickly. I think you're more than likely going to see Kulusevski in that number 10 spot as Thomas Frank's more hold up player, aggressive number 10, and Simmons is going to be the free player. I think those are going to be the guys. He does love his Scandinavian players, Thomas Frank, and I think if Kulusevski can come back from his broken kneecap, because I think that's what it is. It's a broken kneecap, which is a very, very painful recovery. If he can come back, I think he could be a really good player for Thomas Frank. He's got a bit of everything. He's got that guile, but he's got his ball holding and ball carrying ability, and that will allow. I think Maddison, as much as I love Maddison, I think he's done. I think he's done as a footballer. I don't think he'll. No, what at his age, getting a ruptured ACL, I don't think he'll ever be able to do it again. And that's just my opinion. I love Madders, but it's just that.
This is a more likely lineup, isn't it? I mean, that's a damn good lineup. A damn good lineup. I have to say that is a damn good lineup. Without a doubt, I'd have to say that is a good lineup. And then Tango. I don't know much about this guy at all. I wouldn't have a clue. But I can see my good friend Chris, brother. I will either be going, obviously, I won't step foot in the stadium still, but hopefully, depending when my surgery is for my wisdom tooth, I will be going either Leeds or Everton away. So I'm sure we'll bump into each other like we did at Wolves. I hope to see you, buddy. Do we all really believe we were after Savinho in the first place? There were so many conflicting reports. So many. What do you, Ben, you're wholehearted yes?
Yeah. I think he wanted him. That's why I don't think we went in for another winger. I think Frank wanted Savinho or no one.
There you go. That's trustworthy. I think we will. And it would just depend in this month if we're actually right. We need that left winger. We need, with Frank, will it be like, right, get these players in quick rather than wait until the end of the month? I think a left winger will come in. Just one more additional site. Exactly. I really thought there was going to be a late one. I really thought somehow there would be a late one, but there wasn't to be. It wasn't to be, and now we've got what we got. I can understand that. I can't wait to watch him for the Netherlands tomorrow. I'm going to find a way of watching the Netherlands play tomorrow because it's World Cup qualifiers this week. Let's see who they're playing again. I'm going to watch the Netherlands, mostly because my nephews are both half Dutch. So, that's just no. Yeah, let's face it. First of all, you want to check on Xavi Simmons, and then secondly,
yes,
and then secondly,
I definitely look forward to if they're Dutch as well. We're gonna look at it. Gonna look at the Netherlands as well. But I definitely want to watch.
You know what? This is Louis is right. What we have got, we haven't got a guaranteed left winger or a specialist, but we've now got two players that can play in that position.
Yeah,
secondary and be comfortable there. There is a lot of flexibility in this squad.
Yeah.
We may be, as we said, not having enough bodies in, but there is some serious quality and options for Thomas Frank for what he wants to do. I can't wait for the West Ham game. And I thought I was going to be home for the Villarreal game, but I'm going to be watching Villarreal at the Scotland Yard. And I get to watch Canada's own Tajon Buchanan. Like I said, I hope he has a terrific game. Just him. The other 10 players, I hope all have a mare, but I love Tajon Buchanan. I there's certain games where they go, oh, that player might be worth a look at. I hope, because I think Tajon Buchanan is a star. Destiny, I think there's going to be games where it will be Destiny and Spence. After seeing what happened with Porro, and Joe what, Kudus, I have to say, with Porro's poor performance, Kudus was magnificent defending against Burnley and Manchester City.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't there. And it exposed Porro, and Porro was poor, like everyone. But I think Porro was the worst player on the pitch for us. Yeah, this is the thing. Do you know what we're saying? We didn't get a left winger, but we look at, and Nigel's right, but look at how many players. Like I said, how many times we left completely short, and not only left completely short, but left with just youngsters. And hoping they could do the job or whatever. It was always squad. What I used to say, it was like squad filler. It was just like to get numbers in. Where now the quality is coming. The quality is coming.
We might not even use the left wing, Rocky. What if Thomas Frank is going to pivot to a 3-5-2 because he knows? What if he pivots to a 3-5-2 and he goes Colin Mwani and Kudus up front, and then he brings bac Udogie as what if he does that? I think against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League, I would certainly love to see. I don't know if he's even allowed to play versus Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. I'm very interested to see that. I want to see Dan's throw.
Gray's just come in and dropped a grenade. Yeah, he actually did well on the left, mate, and put Mwani up top.
Could do that as well,
mate. Do you know what? Gray gets things into my head. He's the one that, remember when he said that I think a back three against PSG, and it was Gray. Gray seems to have this thing where he can get things in my head. Gray, you're a wise man. You're a wise man that gets things imprinted in my head. We were all talking about Mwani can go there and Simmons can go there. Well, Richie can go. Richie can go there.
Yeah.
And then Simmons plays centrally
in the Europa League final. In the
semi-final first leg.
And the semi-final, we played well both games there. So you can do that role.
Great. Do you know what? Let's ask this over 200 in. Let's do the first. Let's do the first. Let's see what people think. Who would you like to see predominantly as the left winger? Obviously, you got Johnson that could go there. Tell, Odebear, Simmons, Mwani, and now obviously Richie. I think I'd go Richie. I think I'd go Richie. So who would
people find a way of bringing Brennan Johnson at some points? Hopefully, he's more of a bench player.
Impact sub.
In that game versus Bournemouth, he was beyond awful. And this is someone that actually quite likes him. I quite like Brennan Johnson in his against Bournemouth. Not just his pass, his everything was shambolic.
Oh, everyone's was.
Like he couldn't even make a tackle. He couldn't even go in for a tackle. He was that bad. He was in a
defensive case. We've got Odebear. I would like to see more of it. I think we're going to see Odebear against Doncaster. I think you're going to see Odebear, Tell, and all of these. I have a feeling if Tell gets 5 consecutive games, he may do.
I just don't see it. I just don't see Tell. I don't see it.
Richie Johnson, Richie, Mwani, Odebear. It's divided, but there's a few. Honestly, listen. Thank God. Goodbye to him.
Don't you dare say that, otherwise Craig is going to... When you come to the UK, the first thing that's going to happen is Craig is going to come and he's going to slap you around the face.
Let me just say as well...
We meet you at the airport to slap you.
I just want to say something to William Webb, who always comes at me in comments on We Are Tottenham TV and Tottenham on Tour and goes on about me going at Ange. I hope you do realise that until the North London Derby Day on January the 16th or whatever date it was, I was one of the most Angian people. I was one of the few left with Simeon that were always praising him and saying, no, he's not given time. Yes, I love Thomas Frank. And yes, I'm going to be very, very pro Thomas Frank, as I was very, very pro Ange Postecoglou, and as I was pro every other manager that has been at this football club. So I appreciate you coming in and dropping comments, mate. But a lot of the stuff that you say is factually incorrect. Yes, I went in hard on him after January, and I believe rightfully so. But I also stood by him.
He also called us medical experts because we talked about how bad it is to have a broken knee. You don't need to be a medical expert, William Webb. You don't need to be a medical expert to know a broken kneecap is bloody painful. I've dislocated my kneecap about 7 times. That is painful. Imagine what happens when you break the bloody thing. You don't need to be a medical expert to know that an ACL injury really hurts. It's just bonkers.
No, do you know what? He's never disrespectful. He's never listen, I don't expect every single comment on YouTube to be, oh, Brian, I agree with everything you say. Oh, my God, Brian.
No, we're not an echo chamber. Well, we are an echo chamber.
No. The thing is, you get some comments that are very, very disgusting, personal, vile. Sure. William is never that. It's never, ever that. It's just what some of the things he claims of me is not correct, but each to their own. It's always good to see him in here and taking part in the chat, and you're always welcome, William.
Yeah, everyone's always welcome. But let's let's have a chat, and let's not.
Who you saying is a right winger, not a left winger? Because
Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. He played a majority on the right, but
I don't think Brennan Johnson's a right winger either. I think he's a striker.
He's an inside. He's an inside.
I think he's a striker.
Johnson can come on and have a massive impact late in the game, or as a substitute. Look, if we go through the Spurs team right now, and anyone said someone's on the back post in the 90th minute and you need someone to be there to deliver, whether you like him or not, I think everyone says Brennan Johnson. I think everyone says Brennan Johnson. And that is a skill you can't teach.
Yeah.
That you cannot teach. Look at it, and I'm not comparing them to these players at all, but players like your Frank Lampards, and others that had this timing to be at the right place, right time from midfield. You can't teach it. It's an instinct, and he is very, very good at it. But he needs to improve a hell of a lot more of his game when he's out wide, and his passing. I mean, overweight in a pass on when Spence was running on the overlap should be unacceptable. Should anyone do it? But Johnson was doing it. Do you know what? This is Ian's right. Ian's right. He's either the hero.
You can't be a passenger. You can't be a passenger in a football game. And the problem is, the majority of games he's a total passenger, but then he gets a goal and everyone loves him.
That's a good. Lord Roddy's right. That's a. This is the thing. Frank obviously got the tactics wrong on Saturday. There's no two ways about doing it. And like I said, I'm Frank's first line of defence. But when something's wrong, or we see something wrong or think something wrong, I won't glaze over it and go, yeah, blah blah blah. No, we weren't going to go undefeated in the season. Bournemouth. Let's face it, they showed on the opening day of the season when they were 2-0 down to Liverpool just how good they are and how much they can give a match to people. Areola has got them playing very good football and very well drilled.
Areola's a fantastic manager.
He is indeed, but that was Bournemouth. It's a defeat. We'll make it right. I'm delighted with Frank and the coaching team. It was a bad day at the office. We're going to get them during the season. Yeah. We are going to get them during the season. But with the players he's got now, and he knows he's got them till January, he's got a lot of tactics, a lot of flexibility. He's got squad rotation that he can use for like the Carabao Cup or certain games before the Champions League, for the Premier League. So I think we've got a lot of options going forward now. And I don't mean going forward as in the forward line. I mean going forward till January.
Yeah. We'll have to see. We're going to have to be very adaptable. We're going to have to be adaptable through this season.
Cross the Mano.
And that's what we've got to see. We've got to see adaptations. Hopefully, this gives Tel and Odebear a bit of, say, what is it? The carrot's there to be won. Go and win the carrot. It's a carrot on the stick for the pair of them now. Make that left wing position yours.
Correct.
Make it yours.
Tel could do it. Mate, there's been players, not just at Spurs, and like Cole said, the guy's 20 years old. 20. Yes, he is very low on confidence. Yes, he hasn't got off to the greatest start on the loan deal and his permanent deal. He's 20 years old. He's 20 years old. I mean, if he put that goal away, that incredible, the technique of that shot that just went wide was insane. The way that ball was fisted into him. If that got in the bottom corner, like Brennan Johnson. Mate, do you remember Brennan Johnson last season didn't score a goal and was getting absolute abuse? Scored the goal against Coventry and then went on a 6-game scoring run. It was like, there's Johnson. That's all it takes in football. That's all it takes in football. Whether he'll get the opportunity, I hope he gets a run at some point and he takes that run all the way and then shows what he can do. So, do I think he's good enough for Spurs in the long run? Haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
But hopefully, a game like Doncaster, he'll play. That could be just the game for him, with no disrespect to Doncaster. Get your in, and away we go.
That's what we got to see. The carrot's there to be won. The position, the shirt number is there to be won.
Yeah.
Go and win it.
I just said as well. I love that picture. I love that picture. Upside down snowman. I love it. I don't know why. I just do. Diego. I hope you are good, buddy. This guy is always in late night Lily White. Love this dude. Yeah, I thought, mate, God knows what happened. Maybe January. Mwani's going to score goals. Mwani will score goals for us, without a doubt. Do you know what it came to? I even saw Spurs fans when he was doing his photos, because he had to put serious poses on, going, "Oh my God, he looks happy to be here, doesn't he?" It's like it's a photo shoot where he's told what poses to put on. It's like the serious one, the goal that's the goal celebration. It's like, my God, he's here. He's here. Whether he wanted to be here, whether he wanted Juventus first, he's now here in the Premier League. We've got a player that, like him or don't think he's the real deal, he's scored goals everywhere he goes.
He's got everything you need to be a good striker. He's tall. He's quick. He's good on the ball. He's got the attributes. I'm not the biggest fan of his shirt number. I don't like the number 39 on a striker.
Well, no. Do you know why? This is what we were looking at. It. Someone said on We Are Tottenham TV when I was there. 9 is normally a striker's position, isn't it? Yeah. 9 has been taken.
I think Kola Mwani usually likes the number 20.
Well, this is what Kudas has. Well, exactly. But for the striker part, 9 was taken. 19 was taken. 29 was taken. So that's obviously, he hasn't said that.
I know he wears the number 12 shirt for France. And that number, maybe he doesn't want to be seen as the next Emerson Royale. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I don't like the number 39 shirt. I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a nice injury. Do you know what, football quotes? We spoke about this on the Late Night Lily White, and we're on both the Mammoth ones. There is that option. There is the option to play about with it, but it's a case of when do you play about with it?
Yeah.
You don't want to try it in a Premier League game just on maybe as a second half subby comes on or whatever. What kind of game do you say, right, do you know what? Let's do it. Do you know what, James? James has just put something in. I mentioned this 6 or 7. No, but no. Whoa. I get where this is coming from with James. Because everyone, 4-4-2 used to be the formation everyone played. 4-4-2, 4-4-2, 4-4-2, 4-4-2. And it cancelled each other out. Well, then everyone went to 3 at the back or whatever. Why not on occasions be the only team, if you have the players to do it, which we do, and go, no, do you know what? And then give the other team something to think about. It's a very old going back to the old day football, but why not?
4-4-2 works in Spain when you've got very adaptable players, and
we've got adaptable players now. We've got adaptable players. Why?
We don't have 2 strikers who can come into midfield and play football.
Yeah, but 4-4-2, you don't need strikers to come into midfield in a 4-4-2.
Then it leaves you outnumbered in midfield.
Well, not necessarily.
It does.
Not if they're going 4-3-3. Not if they're going 4. That's the thing. I'm not saying, right, Ben. I'm not saying it as an always Tottenham play. Tottenham will never play the same formation. Period. Under Frank. What I'm saying, I think what James is alluding to. Why not on occasional games go, you know what, we're going old school, and give that team something to think about. This was the formation growing up, and like Mike Bassett said, if someone, and I'm not just talking Tottenham, if any team in the Premier League,
just want a Gary Wacker in midfield, Brian.
No, I don't. I just love to see.
You want Ricky Tomlinson up front.
No, it's nothing.
Gary Wackett at the back.
No, what I'm saying is, why not?
Smalls, bring back Rufus Smalls.
No, what I'm saying is, why not? You see everyone trying these new formations and whatever, doing anything. Why not? But let's see. People in it, we're going to do another one. Oh wait, we've got a super chat first of all. Oh no, let's do this first of all. If would people like to see, just not as a regular, do you think it would be good to see at one point Spurs using this formation on whatever game it may be? Let's not say what game, but would it excite you if you saw Spurs in a game, Carabao Cup, Champions League, whatever, just try and throw a spanner in the work and play a 4-4-2? Yes or no? Simply yes or no, to not always, but just once going.
I don't think you play that formation against.
Well, no, that's not the question. You could do it against a team that plays 4-3-3. But whilst people are doing that, I have to say, Seba, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I will say I saw your super chat when I went on We Are Tottenham TV as well, saying about the Mammoth stream we just done as a channel. So thank you very much for mentioning it, buddy. Really appreciated it. But let's see what people are saying about 4-4-2. Let's have a look. What we got? So Colin's gone across the Mano has gone for mate. Could you imagine if we had them now? I think close to my heart may have been the formation, but let's have a look. Yes.
No, he's talking about something else. He was talking about something else.
Yes. Yes. Big up Barbaric. Yes. 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 Bash no. Louis gone. Why not? No from Stuart. Isaac. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Richarlison.
The only way I would see the only way I see 4-4-2 works is to play the Harry Redknapp style 4-4-2, which is to have wingers that like to defend, which we don't have wingers that like to defend. You've got to play two defensive centre midfielders who don't go forward, and you've got to play a number 10 who drops into midfield when you don't have the ball. That's the only way you can play 4-4-2 these days. It's the only way you can play 4-4-2.
Left, Eddie's left, brother. Left. Mate, I would. I'm not saying, like I said, this is just. I would. And do you know what? I'll even expand this out. Not just Tottenham. I would love. Listen, if Tottenham did it, I'd be like, there you go. But do you know what? Everyone goes on. Football evolves all the time. But I'm sure there'll be another time where 4-4-2 becomes the thing. How football evolves. But do you know what? Everyone's trying to get these brand new formations to try and outsmart and out tactic and outplay and outnumber. If a team were playing 4-3-3, and Spurs just went, or any other team just went, you know what, we're going old school. We're going old school. We're going to go 4-4-2. I'd love to see it. I would love to see. We'd have
Pedro Porro would either have to play as a right winger, because we don't have Spence would have to play right back, and we'd have to play Ben Davies at left back.
No, you play Destiny.
He can't defend. He's not a good defender.
Yeah. Well, that's Thomas Frank coaches and develops people. So
he's not good because Pedro Porro can't play right back in a back four. He can't defend.
So you play Jed Spence.
So who are you playing right wing?
Right wing, Kudus.
Well, where are you going to play Pedro Porro?
Well, Porro will go on the bench for a game. My God, we've just been talking about how we have the flexibility.
You're actively not playing our best players.
Well, no.
None of them would fit in the system.
Hey, Pedro Porro played, and I love Pedro. He's my second favourite player, but he was shit on Saturday.
He was.
He was. See, you can't just say, okay, where you put. There's certain games for certain players, which is why I'm saying.
I like this. Louis, that's a good point. Van der Ven could play left back. And then Danso, you could have Danso and Romero, and that would be like the Jose Mourinho system where you have four at the back, but you build as a three. So the left back doesn't go forward at all, and then the right back becomes a pseudo right winger. And then what that does is it means your right winger can become essentially another central midfielder.
But this is this is the thing. Like I said, this is all fairy tale make believe. Will it ever happen again? But I would love it just to see a team go, do you know what? You're trying all this fancy stuff. We're going to go old school. And it will, who said it to me a minute ago? Daniel, big up Daniel 90, was saying you can't give an extra man in midfield, which I agree. One sec, which you can't agree with, which I agree with. But teams that do it with 4-3-3, you've got the extra man in midfield. So this is all, like I said, I would just love to see a team in the Premier League go, do you know what? We're going to go old school. You deal with this now because it's been so extinct. Now, you counteract this and give the other team something to think about. I'd love to. If Spurs did it, I'd be delighted. I'd love it. I would love to see a team go, right, you deal with a 4-4-2, because no team in the Premier League would be expecting it. Not one of them.
Unfortunately, Aki, we haven't got the players to play that formation.
Yes, we do.
We don't.
Yes, we do.
We don't have a left winger that can cross the ball.
What brother? There's Xavi Simons now.
He's not left-footed. He can use his left foot, but he's not left-footed.
Mate, stop. Listen, we can do it. Thomas Frank, like we said, listen, Thomas Frank is one of the reasons I said that I love him, is for his tactical. And again,
formation to work. I love that formation. If I was a manager, it'd be one of my. But there are certain things you need. The reason it is extinct, other than in Spain, it works really, really well because you have footballers that are good with both their feet. They've got techie players with both their feet and that can. In England, the reason it's extinct is you need two players on the wings that can cross, and you need to stay wide to create the width. You have fullbacks that stay as fullbacks, and then you need two midfielders that have to be really. It's a very rigid formation. Unless you are a Spanish team that has got loads of techie players that could. Ajax would work with a 4-4-2 because you've got players that.
You go look at Saudi. Romero, VDV, Spencer, Doji. Okay. Paulinho, Simmons. Oh, wait a minute. Is that 4-3? 1, 2, 3. You've missed out a player. You need another midfielder. Oh, no. Mawani Kudus. Sorry, I read that as Mo Kudus. But also, you got to remember, I'm not saying right here, right now. It could be in January when we get a Savinho. I'm just saying I would love, and I think it would. Noah's here as well. Big up, Noah, darling. Big up. There are. I'm just saying, I would love to see it. That a football team in the Premier League said, "Do you know what, guys? You have spent so long trying to find these very clever tactics to outsmart each other, whether it's three in the midfield or whatever way it may be, inverted wingers, one winger, one fullback going up, and the manager just going, do you know what? Deal with this, old school. We're going 4-4, and I would love to see it with any team in the Premier League. In all honesty, I'd love to see a team just go, do you know what? We're going old school. Deal with it. I think it'd be brilliant.
The only teams you would see play that formation are teams that have a target man. So Leeds could play it now because they've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front. You need a tall. Man City could probably play it because they've got Erling Haaland, but he's not the great.
Williams got a point. It probably would be better with Solanke. It probably would.
I don't think he's that great. He's not great with his back to goal.
Oh no, but holding the ball up, he is. And with another striker alongside him,
you've got to be able to take the striker. Basically, has to be a Peter Crouch. You've got to receive the ball with your back to goal, and you've got to be able to move it with both your feet to allow the number 10 to overlap you.
Listen, stop. I tell you what, I would love it. I'm going to do a.
Who would have thought that we would be debating 4-4-2 today?
I'm actually going to do it. I'm actually going to do a Kevin Keegan. I would love it. I would
love it.
If we played 4-4-2, then I'm going to go, Ben. What were we saying? I'd love it. I'd love it.
I loved that formation under Harry Redknapp because it was very adaptable. You had Nico Cranshaw playing on, and eventually Gareth Bale came in. Then you had Lennon and Bale, but then you had two fullbacks in Asura Kosa and Charlie or Chorluka would suck in. So when we didn't have the ball, effectively we had four players playing centre back because Asura Koto would tuck in and Crouch and Chorluka would tuck in, and then you had Palacios and Modric in front of him, or you had Modric and Huddleston.
Let's answer Christian's. Who would you, if we're playing 4-4-2, who would be your starting central midfielders?
It would have to be Paulinho, and you would have to play Bentancur. The only two you could possibly play.
I'm changing yours. I will have Paulinho. For me, it'd be Paulinho and Bergvall. Who would people's central midfield pairing be? Who would people central midfield? If we were playing, let's go old school. Let's do this. If it was
going really old school, Aki, because you got your little.
I will go, but
what you've done today, Aki. I don't know why we're having this debate. I'd love Berger. I would, if we were going to do it that way, I'd rather have Bergvall as the left winger who would come into midfield, and I'd rather have Xavi Simons there because Xavi Simons is the bloke.
Christian, I'd have Simons on the left. I'd have Simons on the left.
In a 4-4-2, one of your players needs to be able to hold the. I like Bergvall. I don't see him as a ball carrier yet. I think he's much more of the give.
You saw him against Bournemouth doing it. He was the one. David Shire, first of all, David Shire has just come in with 5 memberships. For Thank you very much for your support, David. If you got one of the memberships from Malware that he gave, or just now from David Shire, please thank them. Thank you very much indeed for that. I need to do some more members call-ins. I'll try and do one next week. I like Bergvall. I think he's much more of a
Paulinho
and Gray.
Interesting.
Bergvall, Toshak Keegan. Yeah, back in the day, Paulinho, Bergvall. I would have Simons on the left, Christian.
But one of your 4-4, the central midfielder has to be able to carry the ball. And I see Bergvall as much more as a player that receives the ball and gives it. I really like the way he plays football because he gives and goes very quickly. He's got a very good knack, and he's got a very good. If you've ever watched Bergvall with your own eyes, he's great at scanning the pitch. He's always looking 360 degrees, and that's why I can see that Bergvall is going to be a really important player. He looks I know it's such a simple thing, scanning in football, and it's coached into oblivion. But you look at Bergvall, he's always on the half turn, looking everywhere, left, right. He's seeing everything. He's creating that picture around him. So he receives the ball, gives it, and then darts into that space. That player that has to go into to cover that space. I really love the way he looks at football. And it's such a simple thing to just know where you're going and to create a little picture.
Yeah, I will say this also. Thank you for the super chat again, Seb. I greatly appreciated. That also would work. I'm going old school. I'm going to start. Listen, I haven't played Championship Manager for ages. I don't play Football Manager. I don't know if there's a champion. I'm tempted to try and find Championship Manager now and just do a season with 4-4-2. Mate, this is my new campaign. Get Frank to play 4-4. I just think for one game, it would be incredible. If you're watching with your
big up, you dipstick.
If Simons and Kudus are on the side, I go Bergvall and Benson. Bergvall. This is a thing. We will see. We're giving Thomas Frank tactical awareness and flex it. Mate, maybe one day we will see it. I would just love, with all teams trying to go free at the back or trying to get this clearance for the midfielders. I think it will. Okay, Isaac, what do you mean come to you? Of course I'll be coming to yours. We'll play some. We'll play. There you go. We'll play.
Let's do it then. Let's make our perfect 4-4-2 team before we end the show, because I can't believe you've really thrown a spanner in the works. Instead of talking about the bloody transfer window, we're arguing 4-4-2.
Yeah, well, technically, we are still talking about the transfer window because it's with the players we've got through it and what we can play.
Yeah,
so it's still technically.
Let's talk about fundamentally how our team would work.
We're going to find that out right now. We're going to do this together right now.
Let's do it right now.
William, I will say, and you know my love for Thomas. He is a tactical magician and genius above me. But if I can help Thomas Frank in any way, just in case you're watching, Thomas, love you. I'm your first line of defence, but you can always learn something new. Championship Manager 5 was peak, brother. Let's
give your 4-4-2 team and explain why.
Okay. Goalkeepers, obviously, Vicario.
Yeah, sure.
Back 4 is dependent on the team for right back, whether it be Spence or Porro. But my first choice would always be Porro. But if it's a team like... Do you know what? Let's do it as if we're playing Bournemouth on Saturday.
Okay.
Let's do it as if, because obviously we played that game. So if I was doing it against Bournemouth, it would have been, obviously it's hindsight now, but Spence would be right. Fullbacks, do you know what? Because of Destiny not being, okay, I'm going to play it like Destiny wasn't 100% fit. I would have gone Spence, Danso, Romero, Van der Ven for a game. I can't play Simmons, can I? Because Simmons.
Let's not do Bournemouth. Just any team. You're playing 4-4-2.
West Ham.
Yeah.
Okay. Porro, Van der Ven, Romero, Spence. Right, Kudus. Paulinho, Bentancur.
Yeah.
Right, Paulinho, put Bergval. Left wing Simmons. Up top, Solanke. Richarlison and Mawani.
Okay.
So that would be my 4-4-2.
Yeah. Okay.
And yours?
Interesting. I'm going to be very different to you.
Go on.
My goalkeeper is going to be, because he is my goalkeeper, even though I think Kinski would be a better goalkeeper in a 4-4-2.
Much better than
I think Kinski would be a better goalkeeper in a 4-4-2 because he can play it out the back better. My left back would be Van der Ven, and I would tell Van der Ven, you're basically a third centre half. So it would be Van der Ven at left back. Our left centre back would be Romero, but because of Van der Ven tucking in, he would be the middle centre back. Danso at right centre back. I'd have Pedro Porro, and I would tell Pedro Porro, you're not defending the entire game. So basically, Pedro Porro's a right winger, in effect.
Yeah, so he's the free man.
He's the free man, and I'm just saying, Pedro, do what you want. Go wherever the hell you want.
I can get down with that.
Bomb up the field. My midfield...
Lord Rodney, where was it? Where did Lord Rodney Trotter say it? I'm sure it was Lord Rodney. Someone said, there it was. I think Ben's just found the caveat, brother. I think like we did with Sergio.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I like that. I like that.
My midfield two is obviously going to be Paulinho as the guy that drops into the back four. So then, out of possession, if we're caught out of possession, Paulinho would drop into the back four, and Danso would become right back. So then, so Paulinho would drop into that if need be. And Bentancur would be the guy that holds onto the ball and drives the ball up. Left midfield is going to be... Left midfield is a very difficult one.
It's got to be Simmons.
Left midfield, I'm gonna say Simmons, but Simmons again would have a free role as a left winger. Go where you want. Go where you want. The Modric role. Go whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
As long as out of possession, you go back into that position. Fine. And then I would keep Mawani and Richarlison up front. But it's a difficult one. It's difficult. But ideally, if you're playing that formation, you have to have players that are basically not playing their position. That's what you've got to do. You've got to be able to move with the times. You've basically got to say it's a completely and utterly clusterfuck formation because it doesn't work in regular football. It doesn't work in regular football anymore.
I will say if we do play a 4-4-2 this season, if we win, we're going to take all the credit shamelessly.
Yes.
And if we lose, we'll be like, who stupidly would say play a 4-4-2? Who would stupidly listen to YouTubers? But I just, like I said, I would love just a Premier League team.
Yep.
Score and see what damage it would cause. Because I don't think teams just don't train for it anymore, do they? They don't. No. When they're doing, like Frank focuses on the opposition.
It requires a lot of coaching to play a 4-4-2, especially with the whole... If you're playing Richarlison and Kolo Muani, and Richarlison bring back Timothy Atuba. Richarlison has to be the guy. When we're out of possession, he has to drop into midfield. He's going to have to be told, you're going to have to drop into midfield and defend. And
Ben, do you know what? I was the one champion. I was the one championing this, and you were going on about me. You have really gone tactical on this. I've just given a formation.
I love this formation. But I just don't see it would work. It wouldn't work because, again, the amount of moving parts you've got to coach. You've got to coach every little single part of the game.
Yep.
It's so complicated. It's such a simple system, but for it to work, it's got to be complicated.
Exactly. I mean, would he play it? I don't know. But you know what? So many teams have adapted because of him and said, oh, we need to do this and this is what we need to. I would just love just to see one team go, right, you've trained all week thinking we're going to do this. We'll now deal with this because no one would have a clue. They'd know it's the old school formation, but it'd be like literally, if I don't think, oh, mate, do you know what? If we did against West Ham of all teams and lost, yeah. But mate, it would be, like I said, one striker up top. I spent my whole life growing up where playing one up top was never a thing. Very rarely.
I would quite like it if we had a left winger, like a proper left winger. I would put Xavi Simons as the Van der Vaart. I'd have a tall guy up front and I'd have Xavi Simons as the Van der Vaart. That's the only system I see it working.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
And Daniel's right. The reason 4-4-2 died.
Pick up, James.
The reason 4-4-2 died is because there aren't any strikers anymore.
True.
There aren't any strikers. Can you name 10 out-and-out strikers? Lewandowski, Kane, Haaland, Chris Wood, Vlahovic. Isaac's another one.
Yes, but
out goal scorer number nines that can hold the ball up. They don't exist anymore. They don't exist anymore.
So they do exist. They're just trained differently now. They're just trained differently.
There aren't any old school Alan Shearer type hitmen up front anymore. It's really sad because that is.
Let me just say, Thomas Frank, if you're listening, the youth team 4-4-2. The youth team
back the number 9
4-4-2, 4-4-2, and bring it back for one game. I would just honestly, like I said, but I would love to see it with any team. I would love to see a Premier League team say, "Now, do you know what? Like you're sitting back watching a game." And you see Sky Sports or TNT or whatever TV place you're watching it, going, I can't believe it. This team has gone. Yeah, this is true. This is true. I will say this is where, like William said, with Solanke. Big up all things Tottenham TV. But don't apologise for being late, but thank you for being here.
Yeah, indeed.
Thank you for being here and part of the show, even though we're wrapping up very shortly. See, here's the thing. One day, just like it went, it will come back.
See, this formation, for me, is the new 4-4-2. This is the new 4-4-2.
Mr. Pellegrini. Big up Mr. Pellegrini. I don't know why. There's certain names, like people always call me by my surname. Whenever I see his name, I always tend to go with his surname. Yeah, listen, that could be. Could be.
Well made, Winter. Okay.
It could be. It could be. But on that note of going back into the nostalgia of
let's give our rank before we go. Otherwise, my title is totally clickbait. Yep. Big up clickbait.
Another super chat. Look at 4-4-2. Richie left midfield. Strikers.
Mateta would be a really good player in a 4-4-2. Mateta, because he's tall, he's strong, he's good with the ball. Mateta would be really good in a 4-4-2.
Well, let's go back to this. Mate, even that, Xavi and Paul, that's not a bad one at all. Thank you, Patch. Thank you, buddy. Before you do that bit at the end, actually, what Ben's going to say is, and then I'll go on my monologue that I went on at the start. Rank the transfer window out of 10. Rank your transfer window out of 10. And what I will say, and this goes for people like Patch that started watching it on deadline day, or people that have watched the channel since its birth, or over the recent time we've been back, we have gone. The channel is growing exponentially because of you guys. This channel is nothing, and I do mean absolutely nothing without you guys. We've hit record views, record likes, record members, record super chat, everything. And it is nothing, this channel, without you guys, whether it's been talking on the daily shows we've been doing, whether it be the late night Lily White marathons, whether it be any show that we do or my reactions or anything else we do as a channel. The channel has grown so much, and it's because of people like Patch that are new people that have come in, and of course it's for the regulars and people that have been with us longer. There is going to be a lot more coming from us, and we're very, very pro Frank, and we're going to be talking, thankfully now the window's done, a lot more about the football, which is what we all want, really, isn't it? Now it's time to talk about the football. Thank the Lord. And Patch, thank you for stumbling across us and liking what you see, mate. That means a lot to us. So thank you and welcome to the family.
So today we've done 4-4-2. Tomorrow we're going to talk about why 3 at the back is the way to go. No, tomorrow we're talking about tomorrow we'll bring back, why don't we bring back the bucket, the magic sponge, and halftime oranges? Yes. That's that is something I can get behind. What happened to the magic spray and sponge? Whether you got your leg broken, and a carton of Ribena. A carton of Ribena at half time. That's what let's have a look. 8, 7, 7.5, 7. Big up to you, Luke, buddy. Luke's going to be making his debut on the show. I want to get loads of new people on the show as well. I'm going to be doing fan show, viewers shows, or whatever you want to call it, fan shows, whatever you call-ins. And I want to get loads of new people joining us on the panels as well. Big up to Mr. Keith Wright. The window from David Clark, 7.5 out of 10. Yeah. Let's have a look. 7.5, 6.5. Thank you, Adis. Thank you, and everyone for helping get there. 11. 7 in the what was his name again? What was his name? It's like Craig Revel Horwood. Oh, no. That's not Craig Revel Horwood. That's the guy that died. What was his name? It's going to bug me now. Len Goodman. God bless him. God bless him. He would have been. We got so Strictly Come Trotter. So he's gone from Lord Rodney Trotter to Strictly Come Trotter. Yeah, there you go. Mate, you're right, Rich. Yes, afternoon. Where have we got it with the window, mate? Mike, I literally yesterday I struggled to get out of bed. I was in and out of sleep, but do you know what? It was totally worth it. It was totally and utterly worth it. 7.5, no more than a 6. 7.5, 7. Whenever I ask an out of 10 or a percent, Louis will always say something point something. Always 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8.5. No, it wasn't Bruno, man. It was Len Goodman that did. Not Bruno. 7 was always Len Goodman, man. God bless. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Philly. What else have we got for Ben? What's your ranking? I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. We've brought real quality into the starting lineup. It's just a shame that we've had injuries, because if we had players like Kulusevski, players like Maddison fit and ready to go, our bench. If we had them, I don't think Simmons comes though. You never know. Unfortunately, there is no such thing as true. There's no such thing as true fact in football. But the players we've brought in do make us better as an outfit, and they make us more adaptable. And I really do like the signings we have. It is a missed opportunity. We were on the precipice of making this a top class window. We're just missing those 2 little signings that could have made us a good team, because I do think we're going to be a good team this year. Yep. To a great team. And we were missing that left winger, and we were missing that cover at left back. Rich has gone fire. I'm with you. I'm with a 7 overall. But do you know what? Ian Lubo once said it, and I like the way he looks at it. He ranks it out of 10 for incomings, out of 10 for outgoings, and then 10 for the speed of player, how quick we were. And I think if you look at incomings, it's an 8. Yeah. But if I was to break it down into everything, outgoings, it's like a 3. Yeah. And speed of getting players in,
I would say a 4.
It was a 1.
I'm the way I'm looking, not speed as in they arrived. I'm looking at speed of getting deals done.
Yeah.
And Xavi Simons, when it started, so you look at it. I've given it an 8 and a 3 and a 4. But if I had to put it all into one, for me it's a 7. Look, I think the way we have to look at it, we should have, mate. We've missed a trick there. We should have got you to do one. We could do that later. We could do that for January. So I'm looking at it. If someone had said we're bringing 4 quality players, quality that goes into the first team, I would have said that you're absolutely joking at the start of the window. I really would have. And they've come. And now we see what we can do. Now it's all down to Thomas Frank until January to get the best out of these players. Medical team, keep them fit. Coaching staff to get them well drilled. And for Thomas Frank not to be, I don't say ring rusty, but as I don't. What word would you say? Was he naive? Would you say on Saturday? Or what word would people give for Saturday for Thomas Frank? Just in one word for the tactics, the substitute. I don't know if the right word is naive. What would you say, Ben?
Unimaginative.
Oh, you've got big words. What would people say if you had to say it in one word? Not like shit or awful, but if like a genuine, like Musin, big up to you, buddy. It did look lethargic. It looked very lethargic. That's a great word.
We allowed Bournemouth to kick us off the pitch. We allowed Bournemouth.
Gary Bex has chimed in with it. It was, and the one thing is, he will learn from it. Complacent. Look at, mate. My word for what I can't remember what my naive. My word is predictable. Okay, ballsy. John the Fisherman, big up to you. Unimaginative. You got Thanos agreeing with you.
Oh, great.
You got Thanos agreeing with you. We looked amateur, so let's say amateurish as the one word. Correct. But you know the weirdest thing is Thomas Frank never lost to Bournemouth as Brentford manager.
Yeah.
Never. Oh, Luke, you have to stir the pot, don't you? Learning curve.
Remember, Spurs got battered twice by Bournemouth. We got battered at their place and got played off the park in the game at home as well.
That's all Ben.
Bournemouth have a knack of beating us at the moment. They have become our bogey team.
In fact, supercalifragilistic. Very good. Inflexible, I think, is the word there. Embryonic. Big up to you, Reese, brother. It's probably a night. Yep, you could say that. I meant in the Premier League, Pellegrini. I meant in the Premier League. But yeah, so there we go. But right, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. We will be back as a dual stream on Friday.
Yep.
Tomorrow will be on the Coffee Company, but tomorrow there will be a late night Lily White. Tomorrow, I'm still planning to do them 3 nights a week. Probably won't be as transfer orientated or as busy talking wise as in as the transfer window ones, but I plan to keep them going 3 nights a week, every Sunday for sure. That's immovable, apart from when I'm in England. But yeah, everyone, Ben, final words?
Final words is thank you to everyone for the support and thank you for the growth and thank you for 11,000 subscribers on both Tottenham on Tour. And hopefully, if one of the moderators in the chat can drop the link for the Coffee Company, that would be greatly appreciated. And go and subscribe to the Coffee Company, because that would be brilliant. It's another small channel that me and Brian, I run it, but Brian is a beyond regular guest. Brian's on it every single day, basically. We are on the hunt for 2,000 subs. How many does the Coffee Company have at the moment? Let's have a look. The Coffee Company has 1,193 subscribers. So
let's get that to at least 1,200 right now, people.
Yeah. Go and subscribe to the... I can do that.
I'm doing it right now. There is the link for the coffee company. I don't know why it's done it twice. Oh no, it hasn't. There you go. That's the link.
That's a search query. That's a search query. But you can find the coffee company.
One second. Let me do it again. Let me do it again, people. Copy. This is the one to do. If we could just get 7 subscribers to get him up to 1,200. Oh, look at that. Louis put it in at exactly the right time.
Brilliant stuff. Go and subscribe to the coffee company. It's a small business. We sell great coffee here. So come by and buy some of our amazing coffee that we do. And it's great stuff. Go and see us on tomorrow with me and Brian, probably. And we'll talk some comments.
I will do it. I will say singularity with Late Night Lily White. What I have loved with this, and I keep saying this, and it's great to see you here now. But do you know what? There's a lot of English people that are watching it. I don't know, because they work or can't sleep, whatever. The main reason I did it is because as the channel grows, we have to realize as a channel there are a lot of people around the world that can't watch this stream unless they watch it on playback because they're either at work, asleep, or whatever they're doing in their life. So I was like, do you know what? I need to do something. I'm based in Canada. The time zone works for me. I need to put something on to get people from Asia, Australia, South Africa, parts of America, and all over the world that can't normally watch it. So it's always great. I keep saying it, I love doing Late Night Lily White. It's been so much fun, even if I go for 15 hours, and there's going to be a lot more of them.
But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. And I don't know if there's anyone live at this moment in time. Is there anyone going live very soon? Let's have a look. Let's go into YouTube. Who's going live? Let's see who we can redirect peeps to. Let's see who we can redirect to. Anyone in the chat? Say if there's anyone we can redirect to. Let's see who's on. Let's see who's on. And we can give someone, because we want to support everyone.
Yep.
We can support anyone. I don't know which one is which. When is that one? 4th. No, that's tomorrow. We're going to redirect to... No, that's the 5th. Okay, there's no one who's on at the moment. So we will be ending it there. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, everyone, if you smell what the Kauff is brewing.
And first of all, have a great day, whatever you are doing. I am closing the Frank therapy session until Late Night Lily White tomorrow for all the Frankaholics. I will say Thomas, Frank, Thomas, Frank, and as always, Levy out. Tottenham Hotspur.